Hello, Adab, Namaste. If you love the beautiful wall plates that we showed you just now, let's go and meet the person behind them who's intricately and beautifully donning these beautiful wall plates. And she is Astha Bhatnagar. So, Astha, tell us a little about how you started your career. What did you study, and did you always wanted to be an artist?
Yes, Sophia. I always had this back in school. Although I was a science student, I always wanted to do something in creative and art, and that's what led me to take up commercial arts, applied arts in college. So this was I am a '97 pass out from school, and I did this 3-year diploma, and by God's grace, I was able to top my university. And soon after that, say around in 1999 or so, 2000, I joined an advertising firm. And at that point of time, it was just the nascent stages when digital was just happening in India. And it's very funny that, in 2000, we used to wonder that maybe someday, all the shopping would go online and there'll be 3D product demonstrations happening. So we were actually working on those modules back then. We had that vision that sometime it'll be there,
And it has become a reality
today. It's gone much beyond.
Yes,
It's true. Everything is now digital, social media and everything. So lucky for me that I was in that field from the very start. And so I joined as a graphic designer, as a creative artist, and I was responsible for making advertisements for clients like Pepsi, Coke, Nestle, and Samsung, LG. So all these big clients from almost all the domains used to come to, so rediff.com was the place that I was working, and so they used to come there for their digital presence. And I was lucky enough to be a part of such elite clients in early stages of my career. So that has been my career path. And before that, like I said, even in school, I used to do a lot of painting and I was very much interested in arts. But as you kind of go into the flow of your job and and you are digitally more equipped, you have your gadgets and you have your softwares, somewhere down the line, the painting and anything to do with hand just takes a back seat.
That's true.
So after almost 20 years in this field, taking up different jobs, freelancing and all sort of things, I just happened to be one day, I just attended a workshop myself, and I just...
So how long ago was that?
This was in 2019. So I was also, at that point of time, I was not working, I didn't have any projects, I was not even freelancing, I was good at that way. But somewhere something was happening. I mean, I was not in a very good frame of mind at that point of time, questioning myself and many things. And so I just turned to my skill, what I had, which I had kind of left. So, and I just happened to, and some advertisement came of a wall plate painting workshop that was happening just near my location. And I just went for it and I was like, okay, let's go and give it a try. And I just simply fell in love again. It was something again, that rekindled that spark. And since then, I just kind of dabbled in various art forms. So it's basically self-taught, something that I just took it up without even realizing how and what shape it'll take. I just wanted to take that up, as well as that somewhere back of the mind, I wanted to give it back to people who might also be in the similar situation.
So how are you doing that?
So I am just trying to connect with more of people, more ladies per se, who are interested and they want to constructively use their time and help me in this endeavor, because this venture is called RangSang. It just came to me, where that you're painting together, sang, you're doing something. And anybody who's wanting to, channelize their skills, channelize their efforts and energies into it. So why not make it something more meaningful? I mean, the commercial aspect would definitely come into it, but it's not the main. It's more to have a little fun together, more meaningfully done, more mindfully done. Right. And yes, so I'm just trying, in my little steps, maybe through a little bit of pop-ups, exhibitions, art workshops that I keep doing, and not so active presence on Instagram, but I kind of do that and try and help connect with people as much as I can. Right now I have a couple of students coming to me. They come from a lower income group class, but they're very well in terms of their skills. They're very good, and they go to an NGO school, which is and they're learning all the they're learning English, they're learning everything, but somewhere academically they are not so sound, but they are skillfully they're very good. So those people approached me. They said if they could also, I could be of help. In fact, I also was looking for people who could help me in this initiative. So I enjoy, they come over. So it becomes a lively place at my house, and we are just painting together. I'm teaching them, and they help me with even fulfilling my orders, so to say.
So during peak season, what kind of orders are you making?
So usually in the peak season, honestly, like I said, I'm not so active on the social media accounts, but thankfully I get relatively good orders. So it's basically wall plates that I get. And during Diwali, we make these candle holders, tea light holders. So we just paint those. So I get orders for that. I recently started doing hand painted earrings also. So, at the time of Karwa Chauth, Tej, and also they are like, people like that and they just buy it as gifts. So these are the usual kinds of products that I've been doing. I have done a lot of lampshades and tables also, but this is something that, I'm more equipped to do, so to say. If I have to put rightly, I'm more equipped to do wall plates, but they're a little easier when it comes, because I am I'm just one person right now.
So you're not really one person. You were also talking about how, you have a house help.
Yeah, my house
help helps you.
Yeah, actually, and when in 2019, when I just started, so my house help back then, she was my main person, go-to person, where I actually trained her how to prep up the plates, how she could put the primer and everything, and how she could package. And so she helped me a lot, and then she moved ahead, and now that I have this current house help of mine, so she has taken care of everything. She'll keep everything in place. She knows where everything has to go, how it has to be packaged. So it's been really nice. And in fact, I would like to mention that, during this time of COVID, when these house helps had nothing else to do, because obviously they couldn't go.
Yeah.
I have a terrace at home, my terrace. So they actually offered that, if we could have been any help. And a very interesting story, during that period of 2020 and 21, I had got an offer from an exporter, and there were around, in that year, I actually painted 200 plates.
Okay.
So that was a big thing back then. And so these people actually came and they helped. We were not in contact, obviously we were not in physical contact or anything near, but they used to go and they packed everything, and they used to keep it, and used to give them instructions, over the call. I was sitting down and they were working up, and I obviously was paying them. Right. So for them, it was something that they could, utilize their time. They were happy about it also, that at least they're getting to do something. Till the time their entry was allowed, they helped. By the time everything was totally shut down, then they used to carry it. I used to take them to the guard's room. I used to put the plates over there. They used to carry to their home. Used to do it. Then we used to sanitize it properly. So that's how, we managed somehow. So interesting stories.
So how much time does it take for one plate to probably, start from scratch and finish it?
It's usually 3 to 4 hours. Honestly, if I just sit to it, and if I'm doing it, I can complete it in like 3 to 5 hours, everything. But I take my time, because due to climatic conditions and everything, sometimes it needs drying time, sometimes the intricacies involved. So, a plate normally would take you a day or two to be absolutely ready with packaging, like right from the scratch to its packaged thing with fully varnished and everything. So it takes that. So when the orders are more, so then obviously you need more time. So, I kind of tell my clients that, you need to give me a week's time so that everything is prim and proper. I am able to give you to the best of the quality, because it can't be rushed. You need your patience, you need your nerves, you need your,
Right.
calmness when you're doing it. So, yeah.
And what's the price range like?
So the price is actually not very high. I have kept it very economical. Usually the wall plates, they come in different sizes. They start around 650 rupees and then they go up as the intricacies are involved or as the work is involved or the sizes are different. So they usually go up to above 2000, 2500 also. Then we do a lot of combos also, because when you're installing it on a wall, you like to have different sizes. So we offer those combo prices usually. So everything, it comes comfortably in the pocket of say 1500 to 3000. You get a good set of wall plates for your house. And they're very functional because you can just pick up any piece, rearrange it on some other wall, or you can just alter the way you've arranged. It's not like one piece of painting that is hanging for years. You can just keep revamping it. You can just, as per your home decor, you can just kind of just move it around.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is very interesting, but we would like to tell our viewers something else, that Astha doesn't have just one baby, which is this one project. She's also running another enterprise, which goes by the name of PixelPhrase. And there she's working remotely with a friend who's based in Hyderabad. So Astha, how does that work out?
So again, very interesting. So I have stories behind everything. So me and my co-founder, her name is Uma. She was with me in rediff.com. We were colleagues and we worked on many projects. Like I was talking about that, we worked on several projects together. She was a content writer, I was a graphic designer. And usually having a similar mindset between a graphic designer and a copywriter, if you ask anybody in the advertising fraternity, it's very hard to kind of get in sync. Somehow we've kind of synced in our ideologies, in our thinking. And so we worked together for almost 4-5 years, and then we moved on. She shifted cities, she shifted her base, but we were constantly in touch. And every time while we were freelancing also, we had our kids and we were freelancing for some time. But whenever some project used to come where I knew that that needs a content writer, the first name was Uma, and vice versa. If anything design related used to come up, she would refer me. And so again in 2021 we were just talking because I had called her up to refer her to a project which needed content designing. And while we were talking, we just kind of, okay, let's do this together. Why are we not doing it together? And at that point of time, she was in the hospital. Her mom was hospitalized and it was peak COVID time. And I don't know how she was actually managing, going in the hospital, which was actually had full of COVID patients. Oh, wow. And her mother was there and she was talking from there. And I was also here, at my house and trying to figure out what next to do. And we just got talking. And instantly, without a thought, without any overthinking or anything, how it will be, we just said, chalo karte hain. And the next thing, we were exchanging names for the brand. Let's put some name to this baby that, we are trying to think. And again, a very beautiful thing just came up. We thought we'll call it PixelPhrase. So pixel being the graphic part and phrase the writing part. That defines the two of us. So that's how this name came to being, and then we started working on it. She came back from the hospital and everything, she settled in, and then after 2-3 months, we just started off, and now we are an all-women team.
So how many employees are there?
We are around 6 of us.
And all of you work remotely?
We are mostly remotely. 2 of us are in Delhi, but again, the other corner of Delhi.
Right.
But we are all working remotely. We are using technology to the best of our use. We have our daily meetings on Google Meet in the morning. We connect, we discuss all the work, what needs to go. And yeah, she's handling from Hyderabad, I'm handling from Delhi. We have a person who was working from Lucknow. There was a person in Bombay. And now we have a person in Ranchi. So it's kind of pan-India presence.
Let's also ask Uma, what does she think about the enterprise?
Absolutely, would love to, and it can't be complete without her. So we can have her join on maybe Google Meet. That's where we meet.
That's the only way out.
That's how I meet her every day. So that's the way we can put in technology. Yeah.
So Uma, we were talking about how PixelPhrase came into being, and how did you jump onto it when Astha gave you the idea?
So actually, it was a very natural thing more than anything else. It was nothing. It was not pre-planned, or it was not like ये करना है या ये चाहिए वैसा होना चाहिए. It was very organic actually. Basically, both of us were very bored, and also because we were also a little bit frustrated with the way that the world was treating women who had taken breaks. It like I love to say this line, and I think it's used very very often, but it's almost like you don't take a break to raise your children, you take a break to have a frontal lobotomy. It's like mera dimag nikal ke, people have replaced it with something else. All the years of our experience, all our education, all our qualifications are just put away in a box and thrown away when you take this 6-8 months break, and you're expected to start from the beginning all over again, and you're treated as if you're like you are second grade citizens, which is very very unfair, I thought, because especially after motherhood your senses become more acute if nothing else, right? Your bullshit meter is like set to zero at that point of time. You can catch glitches like faster, right? And your sixth sense is working so fast at that point of time that I think you should actually hire more people who are like mothers, because they're just so capable
They're
of
efficient.
multitasking.
They're more efficient.
Exactly.
And that's why we've got all the women in your team.
Yep.
Yes. And all, I mean, okay, not all, but everybody is married, and all but one has a child. So it's like that, right? We are trying to hire women who will be able to find that balance. We just that platform that enables them to find that balance where the talent doesn't go waste, and they don't feel guilty for not spending time with their children. And see, let's be honest, for a parent, their child is the priority. And if it is not, then there is a problem somewhere, right? So your child is your priority. So let's keep that priority safe. But that does not mean that you stop being an individual. Your talent and your creativity needs to have an output, right? But it should not be at the cost of your child. So how do we find that balance? Right? So PixelPhrase is all about that balance.
That's the balance that I was talking about.
Which is a great idea.
Yeah, the balance. It's all about balance.
Uma, what is your contribution to the company?
Like Asta says, I'm the one who's always barking.
I would say, I mean, if I can answer that question for her, I think she is one of the major contributors because the way she handles the team and she kind of directs, it's much, I mean, it's very commendable. And I would also like to say her daughter is also in grade 10. So both of us are facing boards, actually. Our children are not, but we are facing the board exams. So, I mean, she is nerves of steel when it comes to the two of us. So she basically handles, all the tantrums and all the wherever the people or the team is getting, somewhere edgy about certain stuff. So she kind of takes that motivational torch, I would say. So she helps in that.
I'll actually beg to differ here. Basically, like it's a balance, right? It's again about the balance, right? One has to be the soft person, and one has to be the more empathetic person. So Astha is that, right? She is the one who is generally gentler, is sweeter, who wants everybody smiling, who wants everybody to be sunshine and yellow. And I am the one who's the khadus, who will say, "Acha, theek hai, bahut khush ho liye, ab kaam bhi kar lete hain." Right? So I think eventually I think we find a balance in there is a midway thing where both of us get along. And of course there are days when Astha does not want to be the sunshine, and I am like, "Acha, theek hai, aaj main sunshine, tu nahi." So
I think all of us have those days.
Yeah, so all of us have those good days and bad days, and like we say, we are an all-women team, so we PMS collectively. So,
and I think that's the beauty of having a compatible partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you both balance out each other.
Yeah,
absolutely. Wouldn't have it another way. And we both keep talking about the fact that we really wonder how people who single-handedly handle business go about it, because you really need that partner, a compatible partner whom you can bounce ideas off. I mean, अगर आप चिल्ला भी रहे हैं, झगड़ा भी कर रहे हैं, frustration भी निकाल रहे हैं, but you have to have that one person, यार, who will say, अच्छा ठीक है, चल, tomorrow another day.
आज तुम्हारा निकाल ले, आज मैं सुन रही हूँ. हाँ.
Right.
It's like you have to have that person. And one thing between Astha and me is basically because we've known each other for so long now. 20 years is a long time, yeah, 15, 18, 20 years. We've known each other for very, very long. So there is a base of friendship. जब दोस्ती का base होता है ना, so then our value systems are the same. Right? So no matter how angry we are, we never get personal. Right? Professionalism ऑफिस तक रहता है, काम तक रहता है. It never seeps into our relationship as friends. It never seeps into our relationship as, as people who know each other, whose families know each other. Right? So that has never happened. And I think that is the beauty of the way that we function. And we try to spread it to all our teams also. Like no matter, even if they quit and go, like our girls, they're still in touch with us. And if we have an emergency, right, it's a small team. You never know what somebody needs a holiday or there is a break required. If I reach out to one of our girls who are supposedly ex-employees, but actually we just call them our girls, they'll always reach out. They'll always come back and say, Achha, okay, you need me to handle for 2 days, I'll come back on. There is no burning of bridges. And honestly, we're extremely happy when they, say that, we want to move on because we have a better opportunity, because that is our job, right? That is our job, to help them become better, to grow more. And if we are unable to offer them a bigger, a ground, a playing field, then it is only right that we let them go and, explore. Right? And they always have us, so they can always come back to us. And they do actually, if they are stuck somewhere, they always, in a design or something, they'll call Asta and say, okay, we're stuck visually, we are stuck here, or content wise, I'm stuck here, or I want to write this article, I don't know where to go or how to go about it. So that, I think, is what is bringing us more joy than anything else.
Absolutely.
Great. So I wish you all the best for your venture.
Thank you.
And we'll continue with the conversation.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank
you.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye.
I'll see you later.
Asta, does it ever get exhausting or, too much to be handling two business at one point of time?
Yes, it does. It does get overwhelming at times I think, what am I doing? Am I heading in the right direction? What am I doing? Is it something that, is it like, am I trying to balance on two boats, or what is it? But then I come to think of it, I said, okay, I am not the doer. It's His grace that has been given to me. So let's just get into the flow. It will sail to somewhere. It has to sail somewhere. So yeah, it does get, but I have to kind of tell myself, you can do it, and that is why it is with you. So one is your passion, and one is this what. Actually, both of the fields are my passion. I mean, if I have to think, I might not be able to do without anyone. I mean, I need to do my graphics also. I need to channelize my, that advertising mind somewhere. While I also want to kind of constructively use my time here. So this being my own thing, I can go back to it later in the night, weekends also. But when it comes to professionally dealing with clients, you need to be on, you need to have your working hours very sorted. So in fact, Uma is the one who actually balances that out for me, because she is really very sorted in her head. So she will keep telling me, Asa, okay, this is the working hours, this is something that needs to go, we can discuss about the other things later. So she is good in that way. So yeah, I try to manage. Then my son is also in grade 10 as of now. His studies are also something that are on my back of mind. But yeah, I think that multitasking is what we are equipped with. So
as a woman, do you think, how do you feel like, managing so many things? that you've got a kid also who needs attention since he's in class 10th. And then you've got two businesses to handle, and both of them need to be doing well. And they need to churn money, which is the biggest factor for any business.
Absolutely.
That you want some money from it.
Absolutely.
So how does it get to you? At the end of the day, do you feel relaxed or?
I would not say relaxed, but contented at times. I would. Because relaxation का तो honestly time नहीं होता, because constantly your mind is switching from one thing to the other. और बीच में ऐसा भी टाइम होता है when there is a lull, मतलब कुछ इतना ज़्यादा, there is nothing much, the clients का काम भी चल रहा है, there's not much order, so there is that period also. उस टाइम पे लगता है now what to do because you're in that habit. So yeah, so relaxation का टाइम नहीं, इनसे थोड़ा फ्री होते हो तो then obviously your son's tuitions and studies take over, that comes to your mind. But yeah, at times I start saying thank you. Okay, it's that the gratitude part takes over. So वही होता है कि when you start thanking कि ठीक है, so then you kind of just balance it out कि ठीक है, I mean there must be something planned for me and hence it is happening like that. So I should not question it. So that's how I just kind of sail about. But there are days of breakdown. There are times when, like I said, you get overwhelmed. There are times when you get anxious, when things are not working around, or when you're desiring something and it's not happening, or there is some client who is, who's creating a little problem, and you see, okay, the resources are depleting. So those are the time, obviously, I mean, उस time पे there are sleepless nights also. There are sleepless nights, there is anxiety, there is a lot of things that happens.
So that kind of comes with entrepreneurship.
That does come. I mean, we've learned so much in this journey. Like, at times, ये सारे angles हमें पता ही नहीं होते. Financial, taxation. Me and Uma, and in fact myself, we have nothing to do with finances. मतलब हम लोग को that is the मतलब कोई बोल दे कि Excel sheet बनाना है, accounting करना है, that will be the last thing that I'll like to do, but we are doing it because it's something that we are learning, and it's essential now because everybody is in that mode of starting up and entrepreneurship. Our kids might also, so if we learn, then it's nice for us. It's just an added learning, so we take it up that way. So yes, it is like that. बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती है, people management, company management, बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती है. तो we have our shares of those mental breakdowns कि अब क्या करें, that jitters is there. So it happens for both, क्योंकि आप दोनों ही passions को you want to keep them alive somehow, and कि आप एक चीज़ पे concentrate कर पा रहे हो, अभी दूसरे पे नहीं हो, तो वो थोड़े दिन के बाद that will start pointing, it will start pinching you कि इधर नहीं जा रहा तवज्जो, इधर ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं जा रहा है, तो अभी इधर कुछ करना है. So that's there.
So what would be your message to entrepreneurs who are starting up?
I think message यही है कि you have to kind of just take deep breaths time to time and just believe in yourself कि आप कर सकते हो, because ये self doubts तो आते ही हैं और आएंगे ही, and they will bog you down. But at the end of the day, it's something that if you really want to do it, you will have to put little energy into it. आपको पता है आपकी sleepless nights भी होंगी, but there will be nights where you will be very happily sleeping, where you will know कि okay, my desires has been fulfilled. So you just have to take those days in account. वो छोड़ दो कि ये नहीं हुआ, वो नहीं हुआ, मैंने इधर जाना था, मुझे ये करना था, लेकिन जो मिल रहा है और जो आ रहा है, because it's something that some higher being is giving it to you. The universe is giving it to you. Accept it graciously. Try to work around it nicely. And like I said, take deep breaths. Everything falls into place.
So thank you so much, Astha, for sharing the insights about your two business that you're doing.
Thank you
simultaneously.
so much.
We wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad.
So this was Astha with us, and stay tuned. We'll be bringing you more interesting stories in the coming weeks. Goodbye.